Hi everyone, and welcome back to our stream here at the Blockchain Community Day 2024. It's our second day, and today we have the topics about blockchain adoption. And we just came back from our workshop with Mike Voronov. We will publish the recording in a while, and for now we still have 4 sessions ahead. And our next session will be dedicated to the topic of tokenization of real-world assets, why the market needs it, and how it works, together with Roman Shtih. He is a CEO at Metalamp. Hi, Roman. I believe.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alik. Can you
We.
hear me? Is everything all right?
Yeah. It seems to be fine right now. We can see you and we can hear you well. Yeah. Thank you for joining, and thank you so much for proposing such a great topic. I think we can now see your presentation too, and I'd like to ask you to say a couple of welcoming words about yourself, and we are good to start. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Alik. Thank you very much. What an intro, by the way. What an intro. It's very, very amazing, by the way. So, yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I'll tell you about myself a little bit more on the next slide. So, yeah, but what I'm going to tell you today about, so I'm going to tell you about tokenization of real world assets. Yeah, as Alec told you, yeah, why the market needs it and how it works. So, I'm not going to tell you about technical aspects of working with such technologies, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more about business side. So, and more than that, I will describe a real case, maybe even a couple of cases, how it works in real projects, why people implemented such technologies in their projects. So I'm sure it's gonna be interesting case, interesting presentation. So let's begin. Yeah, before we start, I want to add a couple of words about myself. So my name is Roman Shtih. Yeah, I'm a CEO at Metalamp. We are a software development company. Basically, we are an outsource company. So we help projects to build MVPs, to increase some technical speed of development, I mean. So yeah, and that's why I'm going to tell you about RWA, because we have several projects in that domain. So, and I have a couple of thoughts about that. That's why I'm going to share it. So yeah, we developed more than 200 projects. Right now we have 60 specialists. And we've been working with Web3 space since 2020, I guess. Yeah, so it's already 4, maybe even a little bit more years how we work since we started to work with the Web3. Yeah, and you can find 2 QR codes. One of them is linked to our website, and one of them is connected to my LinkedIn. So you can, after the presentation, you can find me in LinkedIn and ask anything you want about the presentation, about RWA, and anything else. So let's move forward and let's discuss what's RWA, right? Before we continue to talk about tokenization of RWA, I mean real world assets. So we need to define this thing. And by the way, there is several definitions, but I want to provide you with this one. So real world assets in crypto space, in crypto domain, I mean, it's something non-crypto native. What does it mean? So, Bitcoin, of course. And Bitcoin is an asset which is basically crypto native. So we cannot imagine Bitcoin outside of blockchain. Of course, we know about ETF, but it's something different, right? So, but if we talk about emission and distribution, Bitcoin could be emitted and distributed only in blockchain. So that makes it crypto native thing. So yeah, and real world assets is something non-crypto native. For example, United States dollar. It's a RWA, real world asset. So because emission and distribution, is made by US government, right? So it's something in the real world outside of blockchain. US bonds, the same thing. Piece of gold, the same thing. Your apartment, for example, it's RWA. So yeah, that's the definition of real world assets. So what's tokenization of RWA? Tokenization of RWA is a process of emitting tokens based on RWA. So sounds pretty simple, right? Um, when we want something to exist on blockchain, we need to add it to blockchain, emit token, and it should be backed by something in the real world. In the real world, right? So, for example, everybody knows USDT, right? So, and it's tokenized RWA. Not here's a mistake. It's not RWA. It's tokenized RWA. Yeah, we know USDT. Maybe some of you use it every day, right? So, for example, NFT backed by, for example, wine collection is tokenized RWA. Why here's NFT of wine collection? That's because I added because I want to tell you a little bit more about real examples. And one of my real example would be about tokenization of wine collections. I'll tell you a little bit more about that a couple of slides further. So yeah, and another example is Tether Gold. So it's the same thing like USDT, but it's backed by real gold, by pieces of gold. I don't know exactly. So that's the tokenized RWA. So a couple of words about why market needs it. Why market needs RWA? So there's a couple of thoughts, but I want to add something after the couple of slides. But basically, for business, it's a new way of monetization and distribution of different products, assets. It's a new way to communicate with the audience. It's a new way to accept money from your customers and send something to your customers. So yeah, it's a really new thing. Today we have not so much projects generally who use this properly, but yeah, it's a new trend, and business could use it to achieve uh, new markets and new users, new clients. So another one is smart contract automatization. So everybody knows, and I guess you know that too, that smart contracts help us to automate transactions. For example, the simple cases when you need to um, make automized royalty payments. For example, you buy NFT. Um, for example, another example, I emitted an NFT, so some investors bought it, and when they want to sell it to another investors, I automatically get royalty. That's a simple case, simple case. So yeah, and potentially there is a opportunity for deals without a middleman. So we know that blockchain and crypto is about decentralization, right? So it should help us to avoid working with middleman. But it's potentially because right now we don't have regulation about decentralized solution. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that on the last slide. So, and what's about users? For users, it could be very helpful if they wanted to avoid a lot of paperwork. So, I have an example. I know the project. It's a new brand project. It's called NFT Universum Club. You can find it in the Google. So, and this project is about tokenization of future incomes of some artists. For example, I'm a musician. If I want to raise some money for my future music album, I could go to this platform. This platform emit um, fixed amount of NFTs, and when investors will buy this NFT, I'll get the money. And after the release of my album, I should pay them some royalty, some some interest. Right, so that's how it works. And when I asked founder why they need NFT, so why do you need that? Because you could do it without any blockchain solutions, without any tokens. So he told me that the solution is about reducing of paperwork. Because, for example, if you want to raise 10,000 K to $10,000, for example, you could emit 2,000 NFTs. One of these NFT would cost you about $5. So, and just imagine if 2,000 people buy this NFT, buy this share in future incomes. This would be a mess because you need to transfer a lot of docs between investors, platform, artists, and so on. But when they use NFT, they could reduce this paperwork because legal in their country provides them with opportunity to just emit NFT and let people to buy it, sell it to each other, and make other operations without any paperwork. So that's a, by the way, huge benefit of this. And another interesting case is that tokenized real-world assets, it's a new investment for crypto users, because right now crypto users have opportunity to invest mostly in very volatile assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or so on, and they don't have conservative assets. And when you, for example, tokenized some US bonds or something like that, you provide crypto users with an opportunity to invest in some conservative strategies. So yeah, that's why market needs it. And there's a lot of questions. I understand that, but I'll make another comments in the end of the presentation. So yeah, what's the market potential? I told you about RWA. I told you about what's tokenized RWA, why market needs it from the side of business and from the side of users. So what's the market potential? Give me a second, please. What's the market potential? Today's tokenized RWA market cap is about $120 billion. And by the way, this is the largest part of the crypto market. So it's the largest space of the crypto market. So yeah, but here's the thing. So 95% of this capitalization are stable coins. So we know that USDT, USDC, and so on. And the next in the top of the market cap are precious metals. I mean, like gold, silver, maybe diamond. Diamond is not metal, but still. So yeah, and it's about $1.9 billion. Yeah, and this is the market cap. This is the market cap. And you can find another things that could be tokenized, and they are tokenizing right now. So it's real estate, shares, bonds, some commodities like oil, diamonds, as I told. Of course, art, of course, intellectual property. So these things could be tokenized, and there are plenty of projects that which are trying to work with these assets and tokenizing them. Yep. So what about future potential? It's the market. So the previous slide was about today's market, right? And what about the future? The future is very promising right now. For example, this is a words of Larry Fink. He's a CEO of BlackRock. Yeah, and he told that he expect that tokenized securities, tokenized assets would be the next generation for markets. And from the Galaxy perspective, Galaxy is uh, a financial company which work in consultancy company, I would say, in Web3 space, famous enough. So, and they provide with statistics that TVL of RWA platform is $2.5 billion. And this is except without stable coins, I mean. So it's only about gold, silver, and other types of RWA. So, and these numbers, but there is another thing, that these numbers made huge growth in last year, and I guess they would make this year maybe even more. So the future of this market could be very interesting and could be very promising. That's what we have right now, and that's what we had in 2023. What's the challenge? What's the challenge for this market for tokenized assets? So first of all, of course, it's regulations. So we know that right now we have some regulations for centralized projects. For example, MiCA standards in Europe. It provides us with some regulations in the centralized solutions like exchanges, centralized exchanges, and so on. But there is no regulation for decentralized solution, right? So what does it mean? That means that we could work with tokenized RWA right now, but only if we have centralized project. Only if we have centralized project. If we have only decentralized project, there is no regulation at all. And we should understand that before we're gonna start the project. So, and another one challenge is that crypto space is small enough to attract big players. We understand that. Right now we have, I don't know, maybe 20, 30, 40 million active users in crypto space. And it's a tiny market, by the way, for big players. And we understand that it's not so attractive to invest in this domain, but it could change in the nearest future. So yeah, and another one point, that there is an obvious value for mass users. Maybe you got this question on the when I described previous slides, that why people need it, why people needs it. And this is interesting question, because if you ask a regular user, do you want to use tokenized RWA? He will tell you that, they will tell you that, I don't know, why should I do that? I could buy gold, silver, or real estate without any blockchain solutions, without any NFTs and so on. So why should I do that? And he would be right. Right now, it looks like tokenized RWA is interesting things are interesting things only for crypto users, because I told you they need some conservative strategies, and this could be a new opportunity for them. But right now, it's an obvious for mass users. Uh, so yeah, let's move forward. I want to tell you a little bit more about real case. Real case. So how? Yeah, we have some time. So about real case, how we tokenized wine storage. Um, I decided that it would be interesting to tell you about that, because it's a real case. It works right now, and you can find it and buy a wine collection through their platform, buy the NFT backed by this collection. So yeah, how it works. The company is called Venezia. It's a European company, and Venezia provides investors with an opportunity to buy a right for ownership of the premium wine collections. So they does not sell wine as a bottle or as a just regular product. It's an investment instrument for their clients. So how it works? If I investors, I like wine and I want to invest some money in wine, in premium wine, I could buy the right to own it, and this wine should be stored in a specific place, because it needs specific climate, specific atmosphere, and yeah, it should be stored in specific place. And I own this bottle, this premium wine. The price goes up year to year, because this old wine become older and increase its price. So yeah, and after some time I could get the bottle or sell it to another investor, right? That's how it works. So where is tokenization here? Where is tokenization? So Venezia decided to emit NFT backed by bottles and collections. I mean, collections of bottles. So yeah, and why did they do that? Because first of all, they needed transparent and trustworthy emission on blockchain. They wanted to make all transfers, all history of transfers transparent. And more than that, they had an idea to put in blockchain some data about um, storaging conditions. For example, some climate data, atmosphere data in blockchain. So it should be a proof that wine is storage in a good conditions, in a good place. So yeah, that's why they wanted to implement blockchain and NFT. So more than that, they wanted to work with smart contracts because, for example, you emit them as a company emit NFTs. Some investors buy these, and when they sell it to each other, they want to make an auto payments and get royalty for that. And more than that, they have a fee for storaging. And for example, if some investors don't pay fee, NFT goes to the platform again, and new investors could buy it and cover the costs for storaging the wine. Uh, I don't know exactly did they implement this feature, but in the first version there was no such features. But yeah, it's an interesting concept. So yeah, another one point, they want to attract new investors from crypto space, of course. So because their traditional audience was non-crypto users, of course, and they wanted to attract new from crypto. Of course, it's about PR and again less paperwork. Less paperwork. It's a good reason to implement such technology. So yeah, we are running out of time, and I want to make a general opinion about this trend about RWA. So first of all, of course, I want to highlight that RWA is not a big thing for the nearest future. So the market is small. The use case is obvious only for crypto users, and it's not obvious for regular users. And I guess that next cycle of mass adoption could stimulate this trend and increase interest to tokenize RWA. So I expect that if crypto space will get more users, I don't know, maybe more than 100 or couple of 100 million of users, so they will create a new demand for such projects like tokenized gold, tokenized diamond, maybe tokenized apartment, and so on. So yeah, right now it's not a big thing, but I expect that in a future decade it could grow grow a lot significantly. So we already have numbers that in 2023 this market had a growth of 82%. So yeah, but business in some niches right now, like luxury goods, art, premium, some premium wine collections, this business can already implement such approach, such technologies, uh, like previous project, like wine collection or tokenization of future incomes of some artists. So yeah, right now it's working. It's working right now. So I guess that's all. That's all for today. I'm ready to answer your questions. Uh, yeah, hope
Yeah,
you enjoyed.
thank you so much, Roman, for delivering such a great presentation and such a great topic and in such a interesting way. That was really enjoyable to listen to you. And you know, you just recently noticed the things in your conclusion about the general opinion that the market of tokenization is not that big right now, and we don't have enough users, and it's not massively adopted right now. And what do you think is the main limitation for that? I mean, we all understand that there are lots of advantages of tokenization, lots of pluses, lots of good things which will solve too many problems, but still the humanity has some problems with implementing it. What's that problem and limitations?
Um, yeah, thank you for the question. I understand that. So I think we just need more time, and we just need more users in crypto space. So because why we need more time? Because people need to get used to digital infrastructure, like blockchain, decentralized solution, and so on. For example, right now it's easier to mm, make an NFT backed by my car, for example. And when I want to sell my car, I just send the NFT into smart contract, and other guys send money in this smart contract. We get the swap, and the transaction is completed, and it's okay with the government. So government okay with this transaction. So it would be easier, faster, better, cheaper. So, but of course, people need to get used to it. They need to understand this technology, and step by step, year after year, people will understand that and will get used to it. So, and of course, regulations. We need to go through regulation and work a lot about that, and mass adoption. Mass adoption. So, the more user users will go to crypto market, they will create a huge demand for future projects and even for tokenized RWA.
Okay. And I am looking through the live chat right now, and I see that Mark Diamond says, "Thank you for the presentation." And he repeats somehow in some way the question I asked just right now. It says, "What are some specific obstacles of RWAs coming to the market?" And I can just make I can add to this question and ask, is there a way to make it even faster, to accelerate it? I mean, is there a way to make it even faster than it's now, and so that simple users like who doesn't even know what's Web3, what's tokenization, what is blockchain, and what is decentralization, what are the advantages, just would use it, just like, for example, when I use my bank application right now, I don't even know what servers are used right now, what are the technical processes, and I have no idea about the technical side about
Mhm.
the applications on my mobile phone. When do you think will we have this era, this world, when simple users will be using tokenization without even thinking about it and noticing it?
Yeah, I understand the question. Thank you for that. So, it's a complex process. So there is no one solution that we should implement, and a lot of users come to market. There is no such solution, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that need to be done. For example, we need to really, really, of course, we need to make easier user experience. So, for example, but right now we have a lot of solutions for that. For example, last year, the account abstraction solution was implemented on the EVM ecosystem. So, and it provides us with an opportunity to really uh, make easier life for some users. That's so that I just want to highlight that there's a lot of things that need to be done. There's no one solution that need to be that could accelerate the process. So yeah, if I know that, I would be a billionaire, I guess.
Okay,
So
yeah, I hope you'll know it one day. Please share it with
thank
me.
you. Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay,
Thank you for
uh,
that.
I think that's it for now. We are running out of but still, if we will receive any questions after we publish the recording of this video on our YouTube channel, I will let you know and address that questions directly to you. Thank you so much for being with us today. We need to switch to our next speakers. Yeah, thanks, Roman, once again. Thanks to everyone who is watching this right now in a live session, and we hope to see Roman on our stage soon again. Roman is always very welcomed. And I think it's time to switch to the next speaker. Yeah, we are turning a short transition, and after that, we'll be back in a minute.